Today on Saints Net, we're talking to James Gray following the Saints FA Cup first round tie on Saturday against Mansfield Town. You probably know the result by now, so City 1, Mansfield Town 8. But for 43 minutes there maybe, Jim, there was an upset on the cards. We got that early goal and we could have almost had a second one.
Yeah, we could have had a second one, and I feel that we needed a second one today, because that would have just given us a good little cushion for us to hold on to something. And to concede 2 goals just before half-time was an absolute killer for myself and for the lads in there. It was difficult half-time team talk, trying to lift their heads up because we'd done so well. Felt we were probably the better side first half, caused them all sorts of problems on the counter-attack break. We defended reasonably well from set pieces. And then, like I said, to go in 2-1 now was a killer. But the overall scoreline flatters them a little, but it's a lesson that we're going to have to learn from and learn from fast. But it's one of them things, you come up against a league side, and every time they go forward, it ends up in the back of the net. But not only that, it was the way they finished was clinical, and we needed to defend a lot better. But I'll take nothing away from them. The finishing was superb.
Yes, that's 20 minutes to go. It was still only 2-1. What were you thinking on the bench then?
We're thinking, what can we change to get us back in it? And we brought Chrissy on, which was a forced substitution because Richie Graham stopped feeling a tight cough. And we never really got Chrissy into the game, but we had one disallowed. I think it was probably to make it 3-2 after they'd gone 3-1 up. And if we could have got that, again, we're back in it and something to hold on to. By the end of the game, I'm thinking, is this ground going to swallow me up and swallow me up quick?
The best swallowing up. Unusual for you. You had a 4th official next to you and you're frequently talking to him, presumably questioning decisions.
I wasn't too pleased with the referee's performance today. I don't know if he's a league referee, maybe, I don't know, but it seemed like he was doing the opposite of what should be, not just for against us, against them as well. And there was things that I thought, what's he doing here? And I'd like to see the highlights or whatever, or see how it's videoed, but certainly the second goal for me, I'm thinking he must be offside, the guy that's running through. And the lads are saying in there that the first one as well. And I think there was one towards the end, I lost count by the end of it, but I think one towards the end looked suspect as well. But that's one of them things. Referees are referees in the day. And I would just question a few of his decisions at throw-ins and handballs and things like that. So.
That second one just before half time, I had a quick look on the camcorder. Obviously the screen's very small. It does look like his defender probably keeping him on. Shame he wasn't off 1-1 at half time and suddenly your team was looking different.
Yeah, it would have been different. 1-0 lead at half time would have been even better for us, and we just fell asleep. And I see it from the side as the lad running through. He's made the 10, and he's got into the channel between Howie and James Kalotsky, and he finished very clinically, and that was a killer one really. But then for us to obviously take the kick off and to concede another goal with only a minute and a half of that half left, it's criminal. And it's happened on many occasions now, and we said at half time, you've got to clear your line. Sometimes it's not a pass on. Sometimes the good ball is to just stick it in behind them, let them clear off the pitch, and we move up the pitch. And like I said, the lads are going to have to learn fast, because defensively today, on some of the goals, it was shambolic. And it's difficult to get a feeling of the game overall, because at parts I'm so pleased with the way we played and caused them problems. And then you look at the scoreline and it's 8-1, and I don't know whether to go straight home and kick the cat, or to go and have a drink and hold your head up high up in the bar up there. So it's one of them for me.
Plus we look back to earlier in the week at one of the causes, the midweek game down at Billericay Town on Tuesday, went to extra time, went to penalties, and it was a boggy pitch, really muddy. In the end, maybe when you look at those 6 goals in the last 20 minutes today, it was fatigue.
Yeah, it took a lot out of us Tuesday. But if you pick me up, if you tell me on Monday what competition do you still want to be in when you get to next Saturday's game, after the game against Mansfield, all day long I needed to be in the FA Trophy. And yeah, the prize money, the prestige, the soccer AM and everything that's gone this week has been superb. But for us, the real FA Cup is the FA Trophy. We're a non-league side, and that's our bread and butter. And we got a chance with next Saturday, and I feel if we perform anything like we did in the first half today, then they're going to be in for a big game, and they're going to find it tough to cope with us. So I'm not going to be too harsh on the boys. The overriding feeling is, we've got done 8. That can happen, and I haven't seen any other results, but I bet the other non-league sides, there may be some more in there that big scorelines against league clubs, because that's the difference. They train week in, week out, and like I said, we went to Billericay Tuesday night on a boggy pitch, took a hell of a lot out of us. I always look at Lee Chappell. For me, I've known him years, and he's probably one of the fittest lads I've ever met in football. And when I see him stretching and feeling and looking fatigued, then I feel sorry for the rest of the lads, because he's like a Duracell bunny. He'll go forever and ever. And the last 10 minutes, he was gone. And that means the rest of the team are gone as well. But we got some shining lights in there today. Connors was absolutely outrageous in there. I thought he actually ran the whole midfield. And one of their players said, "Oh my God, you're absolutely different mustard today, mate." And for him to know that he can mix it with them players and play better than them players, it's going to be a massive asset to us if we can keep hold of him, because I know for a fact there's been people down here all season having a look at him, and if they were down here again today, then we might have a fight on our hands.
Well, he and Keno in that first half really caused him a lot of problems.
Yeah, Keno's been great for us. He didn't get his name right on his shirt today, which was a massive problem. I've had to sort of get his head up from that. He said, "Oh, it's just one of them things." But I said, "Look, you're going to be starting today. If it's going to affect you that much, then we'll put you on a bench." So that was the end of that. He obviously forgot about it as soon as possible. And yeah, I mean, he's got great delivery, great ability to pick out a player, and he loves standing one up to the back stick, and that's what caused the first goal today. But his overall play has been great, and he's another one. He's a young lad, local lad, progressing really well for us, and today will be massive for him. We've got some young lads out there. Eddie Bailey's got his debut in the FA Cup, 18 years old. We've got a young lad, young crop of players coming through. And today's lesson in actual football in terms will be invaluable for some of them boys going into the rest of their future career.
You look around Clarence Park today. I know it started raining just before 3 o'clock, but it couldn't dampen the atmosphere. Close on 3,500 here. A lot of noise. It looked fantastic.
It did. It looked a picture. I've got some family members myself come down from Sheffield, and everybody had the family here. And obviously, it's captured the imagination of a lot of people that have not been coming down here recently. And the overall feeling on that is I hope that they saw enough in the 60-65 minutes against a football league side to think, do you know what, we'll go back and watch them again, because I thought we entertained. I thought we caught them really quick on the break. We looked really well. It was rocking. 3.5 hours. I mean, we've had a little bet all week. Me, Harry, Boise, and Goldsey, and I can tell you now we're all about 1,000 away from the actual figure attendance. So it's good for the club. It's good for the lads to play in front of a crowd like that. And hopefully they come back, because it was superb today, the atmosphere, and thoroughly enjoyed it.
This does bring an end to the 11-game unbeaten streak, unfortunately, and that built a lot of confidence up in the club. Do you think it'll be a bit of a problem getting the lads back up now after this loss?
Not if anything in the dressing room at the minute to go by, because we've got some experienced players in there, and I'm probably the one that's feeling it more than them, because they kept their head up. And they say, "Look, Jim, it's gone now, we go again." And it's nice to know that you've got experienced players in there that are not going to dwell on this 8-1. It's going to be completely different. I think we've got a game again Tuesday night at Royston, is it? You're trying to tell me they're different? I don't know about it. So we'll go again. We'll have to freshen up for that game. But like I said in there, we said, right, it's gone. We've had 11 games unbeaten. Now we've got the defeat. Now we need to go again. 11, 12, 13, 14 games unbeaten. I've looked at the results in our league, because that was more important to me. That's the first thing I looked for today. I see Hemel got done, and Cheshire only got a point, Cambridge got beat. So in the league, it's been great for us this Saturday, and that's our bread and butter. We've got to pick ourselves up, and we've got to go on a run again. 15 games unbeaten would be nice, and we'll put ourselves right in the front.
The trouble is we can't make ground on the league for a while. We've got more cup titles coming up. There's also the end of our 11-match unbeaten cup run, coincidentally. But the league's really want to turn your attention to, and you can't for a while.
Well, that's just the nature of it. If you're successful sides, then obviously these things and the FA competitions take priority. So, yeah, but the thing is that whoever's not in the FA Trophy next week have got to get the 3 points, and if they don't, then it's obviously again going to be a good weekend for us. We're going to have a lot of games coming up. We're going to have a lot of away games by looking at the fixtures as well. So we need to get really freshened up. We need our big players back, Benny and Ryan, Greg and Goy. We'll get them back soon, and we'll have a fresh squad to pick from. And no, I'm happy. Well, let's say I'd like to finish on just the overall euphoria that's gone with the FA Cup, and yeah, we got done 8-1 today, but we're not going to lose too much sleep over that. We'll enjoy the fact that we brought some money in for the club. Enjoy the fact we've had 3,500 down here. Hopefully we can get a few more of them coming back. And we'll wake up tomorrow and we'll be thinking about how we can attack Chelmsford.
Lovely, thanks very much, Jim. Hopefully his head's up at the club and just enjoy the great run we've had and move forward, as you say, in the games coming up. Saints next in action on Tuesday night away to Royston Town in the Hearts Charity Cup first round, and next Saturday away to Chelmsford City in the third round qualifying at the FA Trophies. Tuesday kicks off at 7:45 and Saturday 3 p.m.